Good morning. Welcome back to Walking the Dirt Roads with Donna. It is March 19th, 2025. It is a blue sky day so far. Maybe a few little puffs of clouds out somewhere. That down there where my van is the Blue Ball Road, and I am walking up this other county road here that I don't know the name of. I'm sure there is a name for it, but I don't know what it is. I guess it's County Road, I don't know, 800 something. Anyways, so I decided, so I drove up this road just now and drove about 2.5, 3 miles just to see, because I've never been on this road out here that's, like I said, off the Blue Ball Road. So I drove a ways to see what how rough it is, and it's rough, just like most county dirt roads are. But it's real nice out here. It's real pretty, and, there's still a lot of, dried wood and dried trees and such, but we are starting to get into the spring time of year. Let's see all the purple flowers here. Let's see if I can zoom in, and so you can see the flowers there on this tree. Got several of these that's like that. So anyways, let me recap you on the past weekend. This past Friday, which was the 14th, me, my daughter, and her boyfriend went to Winter Jam that I had told you about previously, I think, and we had an absolute blast. But on Friday, there was a line of storms that came through, and the eastern part of Arkansas unfortunately had some tornadoes. And I found out later on Saturday that one of those tornadoes was approximately 2 miles from my dad's house. So he had some tree damage, but no damage to his house or his other property, just the trees. So when I spoke to him, he said it was like God did some pruning around their place. But unfortunately, there's a couple that my dad knows that they lost their house, and that couple did sustain some physical injuries, and they are, I believe, still in the hospital. I will have to get an update on that. But that was Friday, and just keep Arkansas, eastern Arkansas, in your prayers as they recover and recuperate from those storms. And it's some springtime in Arkansas that happens. We do have tornadoes and severe weather and high winds, and it's just sometimes there are times when it is a mess pertaining to the weather and such. But anyways, so then that was Friday, and then Saturday, stayed home. It was a nice day. I recuperated from the drive back on a Friday night after Winter Jam, But it was a blast, and it was so worth it. Sunday, I stayed home, worked on some stuff and what have you. And then Monday, I went to Little Rock to take my mother shopping a little bit. We went to Target and Hobby Lobby and Walmart, and she got me, and then she was like, you know what, let's go to Sonic and get some burgers. And so got a burger and some fries, and she was happy. And then Tuesday, took her to her appointment, and I came home Tuesday. I'm sure you can hear the wind. We have wind advisories for all 75 counties of Arkansas. This wind is nuts. I mean, let's look here. Can you tell that those trees are moving like crazy? Aside from the fact that my hand's shaking. I mean, this wind. I mean, I'm sure you can hear it. This wind is intense. I mean, it's going to be, I've still got some outside stuff to do, but man, it's going to be a challenge. But anyways, so that's about all that's going on. Look at these rocks over here. Let's see if I can zoom in on those rocks. Look at that. I like that ledge. There are some times when I think I should have been a geologist. Study the rocks and the formations and the earth and the crusts and the soils and all of that. But no, I'm a quilter. I originally thought I was going to go into theater as, with stagecraft, working with the set, the sound, the lights, the costumes, the makeup, and all the backstage stuff, but that didn't work out either. There's a little trail here. I don't know where that little trail goes to. I know I'm not going to drive down it. I don't have a 4x4. You know what? Let's walk down this way a little ways. At least to that curve up there. Anyways, so yeah. Everything seems to be going all right with us. We've made some progress on some other things at the house, and it's just, things are just trucking right along. And I think that covers about everything that we had going on, barring, some personal details and such that I just don't feel like putting out, because there are certain people that knows the details, and then I just want the world to know, we've got, this, that, and the other, but we're not going to go into any extreme details. I just like looking at the rock beds of the dried up creeks sometimes. So you can tell they've got, big culverts out here. And, so, I bet, when it rains and we get 3 or 4 inches of rain, yeah, that probably floods out here a little bit. But, like I said, this is a new area for me. I've never been out to this area. So, but I know where the van's at, and I know how to get back to it as long as I stay on this little trail here. And we're all good. I'm not going to get lost. I mean, right up there's that road I was talking about. I think it's like a forestry service road or something. which they've got a lot of those out here. So, anyways, I bet this was probably at one point in time a trail, like a wagon trail or something, because it looks like you can go off in that direction there, or go off in that direction there. But I don't think I want to do that right now. I may do that later on when I've got somebody else with me, because it's also getting to that time of year where the wonderful creature of the snake will come out. I know I've talked about snakes before. I do not like them. Nope. Although I've got friends and family that's like, well, the king snake is good. I don't care. I don't want it. The garter snake is a nice snake. I don't care. I don't want it. It's as simple as that. So, anyways, yeah, the wind is whipping it out here. Temperature, I think, is in the mid 60s and, mid to upper 60s, low 70s. I mean, it feels beautiful. It feels wonderful out here. It's not like I'm freezing, and it's not like it's, overly hot. And it just feels perfect out here. If the wind wasn't blowing so hard, then that would be really, really nice, because with the wind blowing like it is, and with everything being as dry as it is, and you can tell there's a lot of fuel for fires out here. We don't need any wildfires. So, anyways, yeah, that's, I guess that's about it for this time around. Next time, which I don't know when that's going to be, because I've got, granted, I've got Thursday and Friday, but this coming Saturday, I'm going to be making a trip down to Little Rock or Central Arkansas area. And that reminds me, yes, yesterday, when I got done in Little Rock, I made a stop to see a friend of mine. I have not physically seen this girl since 1991. And my family and her family go way back. I mean, that we go way back. And so for me and her to finally reconnect after all of these years, man, that was totally amazing. And, I only visited with her for like an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe. But, man, it was just like we picked up. It was like there was no time had passed from 91 until now. And so I'm going to do my best to be able to stop by and see her at least once a month when I'm down in Little Rock, helping Mom out. And so, and my stepdad's doing good too. He doesn't have any, he's got some issues going on, but not too overly, bad or whatever. So, and from what I understand, he doesn't have an appointment anytime soon. So it's going to be like another 2 or 3 months before he has an appointment. But anyways, all right, so there we go. It's a beautiful day, and I don't know, it'll probably be next week by the time I get another video up. So, y'all have a wonderful and blessed day. Be careful, be safe, and if you're able to, go out and find a dirt road. Talk to you later. Bye.